Welcome back, of course, you're still watching Breakfast Extra, and it's time for our very first big story. On Monday, October 20th, 2025, the streets of Abuja once again echoed with chants of protest, this time under the banner of hashtag Free Nnamdi Kanu Now. It was led by activist Omoyele Sowore. Demonstrators demanded the immediate release of the detained IPOB leader, Nnamdi Kanu, who remains in custody, facing terrorism-related charges. Now, the protest, which unfolded right in the heart of Nigeria's capital, saw heavy security presence, road blockades, and in some cases, the use of tear gas and the force to disperse crowds. Although a federal high court had earlier restricted protests around sensitive areas like the National Assembly and Aso Rock, protesters defied the order, insisting their call was not rebellion, but a plea for justice.
But now the conversation has actually taken a new turn, because just yesterday reports confirmed that Omoyele Sowore, the convener of the protest and a prominent rights activist, was rearrested by Nigerian police and is reportedly facing terrorism-related charges. Now, the development has raised serious questions about the state of civic freedom in Nigeria and whether the government is tightening its stance on dissent. So today, we're not just asking about the hashtag Free Nnamdi Kanu protest. We're also asking, what does Sowore's arrest mean for freedom of expression and lawful assembly in Nigeria? Is this protest truly a call for justice, or has it become a political flashpoint in a tense national climate? Now, to help us unpack this, we're joined by Barrister Uthman Tochukwu. He's a legal practitioner. Thank you so much, Barrister Tochukwu, for joining us at this time.
Thank you for having me this morning.
It's a pleasure. Now, Barrister, let's begin. The hashtag Free Nnamdi Kanu protest in Abuja drew national attention despite rising economic insecurity challenges. Now, in your view, what was the core message of that demonstration?
Thank you very much for having me. In my view, I think that the core message for that demonstration is as enshrined in the Constitution. Section 39 and 40 is very clear that every citizen of this country has the right to protest against the ills of government, whether the government likes it or not. And on the basis of that, they went to the street to demonstrate against the background of Nnamdi Kanu's continued detention. And aside that, I think there is a very important message that the Nigerian police need to learn. There is nothing forbidding any citizen of this country to go to the street to demonstrate. So going to the court to get an order ex parte to restrain them from demonstration is something to stifle democracy, and which is not acceptable in democratic society. Whether the court order is in existence or not, the court order was not served on anybody. That court order that was obtained by the Nigerian police was not served on any party at all, because it was ex parte order and they were only known to them before the demonstration took place. So in that basis, I think that it is against the call for demonstration, it is against the constitution for anybody to stop anybody in this country for going out to demonstrate against the ills of government.
Now, this arrest has sparked what I would say a widespread criticism, with some describing it as an attempt to silence dissent. From a legal standpoint, Barrister, does this reflect due process or an overreach of state power?
Again, I want to make some comment over the arrest of Omoyele Sowore on that day. You see, the Nigerian police again have started what they did in the past. Like when you want to demonstrate, the security agencies will come and get you arrested just to make sure that you don't come back for that same demonstration anymore, to put fear into you and all of that. This is very wrong, and this must be unacceptable in a democratic society. And we call on them to release Sowore now and make sure that it doesn't repeat itself again.
So I asked you earlier that what does this mean? I'm talking about the fact that this arrest has been made right now. What exactly does this mean? From a legal standpoint, does this reflect due process or a show of state power?
Of course, it doesn't reflect due process of law. It is merely a show of state power to show that the state can exercise their powers regardless of whether or not it is constitutional. The right to protest is guaranteed under the Constitution. So what is the meaning? Where did they get the right to arrest a protester, a free protester who does not bear any arms? He is merely a protester who has just joined the streets to protest on the basis of the ease of government. And Section 39 and 40 protect him to do that. So the arrest is a show of state power. It does not protect, it does not show any legality. The arrest is illegal in all forms. And we are calling on the authorities to release him forthwith.
Well, all right. Now, given that not only Sowore was arrested and rearrested, we also had a few protesters who were arrested as well. And the protest was largely peaceful before security disruptions. We all know that. So what does the incident reveal about citizens' rights to peaceful assembly and free expression in Nigeria?
It has been a challenging one for the citizens to express themselves and freely assemble in Nigeria, despite the constitutional provisions for that. And that is why we are calling on the authorities to allow Nigerians to have freedom of expression to protest as guaranteed under the Constitution. This is not the first time it's happening. Every time people assemble, the security agencies, Nigeria police, and some other security agencies went there to disrupt them. Instead of them to provide security to protect them, they disrupt the protests. This is against democracy, and this is against the principle of rule of law. So if we want to continue to respect the institutions and the rule of law in this country, we should begin to respect the citizen rights for freedom of assembly and right to protest in this country. Otherwise, we are not getting there yet. We have not gotten to the place we are aiming to reach. If we don't allow citizens to freely protest and freely assemble in this country against the ease of government, it will cost us a lot to get to where we are going to as a democratic country.
Now, many Nigerians are struggling with inflation, insecurity, and also unemployment. Do you think this protest was, maybe something that expresses also the fact that Nigerians are going through a lot?
The protest was mainly for the free of Nnamdi Kanu. I do not think that it's associated with another thing that the country is facing, even though the country is facing a lot. Unemployment is there, hunger is there, the other crises, the killings that is happening across other states is there, and all of that. But the main issue that caused the assembly was the free Nnamdi Kanu from detention. That is why they went to the street to demonstrate. I do not think that it's associated with other things.
Okay, now I'm being told that we have been joined by Dr. Maxwell Okpara, a constitutional lawyer and human rights activist as well, to shed more light on this issue and this development. Thank you so much, Dr. Okpara, for joining us at this time.
It's my pleasure to be here. Good morning. Happy weekend.
It's a pleasure to have you as well. Now, some observers have actually argued that Sowore's involvement politicized the movement. That's transforming it from a justice campaign to a political rally. How would you respond to that perception?
That is one of the things that is killing this country. Anything that happened, had it been that Sowore is from Igbo extraction that conducted this thing, they would have said that that Igbo person is an IPOB or ESN. Had it been that there is an Hausa man that organized this protest for the justice for Nnamdi Kanu, they would have said that it's because of the president is not an Hausa person, that Hausa people want to remove him to take over. Now that is a Yoruba person. Now, they now say that it's political. Are we in politics now? Are we in politics now? It's not only the APC that is politicizing, that is campaigning. Even if it is politics, for goodness sake, what are we doing? Like New Central, you were there at the battleground yesterday. giving live report of what is happening. News sector, what are you doing? You are doing to tell people that you can do it. It's a competition. It's a competition. In the media, there is a competition. If Sowore say that yes, just to tell the Igbos that I will be a better candidate, and decided to carry out this thing, what is bad about it? I'm talking about those who are talking from their nose, who say that it's politics. What do you mean by politics? Now, when Sowore organized for the protest for police officers that they refused to promote, where IG promoted a particular girl who has spent 10 years in the service, promoted her 5 times from ASP to ACP, 5 times within 10 years. And somebody who has been in the police over 30 years has only received only 2 promotions. When Sowore protested that, what was it? When Sowore protested for which other protests Sowore led? All those several protests he has been organizing. In June 12th, when Sowore led the students against the annulment of June 12th, was he a politician? Was he contesting for president at that time? And my own problem is that when somebody, I continue to say it, there are some things that you don't need to carry as a news. Somebody cannot be talking. This man said, this man is not supposed to be there. He's not supposed to be in detention because they continue to detain him. He's creating more harm than good. Please free him now. He never committed anything. Nnamdi Kanu is agitating for Biafra, which is his right. He never carried any gun. Now that you have seen those who are carrying gun, you are having discussions with them. Those who are killing people, killing soldiers, killing people, you are having discussion with them. Even the meeting you call them, they came with their gun and bullets and whatever thing.
Now, Barrister Okpara, you're on Omoyele Sowore's side, and of course we know that he was arrested yesterday. But can you confirm the details of his arrest and the nature of the terrorism-related charges being filed against him? Okay, it looks like we lost connection with Barrister Okpara. So I'll just take the question to Mr. Barrister Tochukwu. If you can hear me, I asked if of course we can confirm the details of the arrest and also the nature of the terrorism-related charges being filed against Mr. Sowore.
As at this morning, I can't confirm the nature of the arrest, but I can confirm that he's still in detention up till now. Maybe on Monday we'll be able to to see what the police or the IGP have filed against him. Until then, we cannot confirm the nature of the arrest as at this morning.
Barrister Tochukwu, but do you believe that protests like this can still influence government policy, or have Nigerians lost faith in civic demonstrations as a means for change?
So if it doesn't influence government policy, you will not find them looking to hijack the protests, looking to arrest people who are leading the protests. Sure, it does do or influence government policy, but in future, I think that people may not be able to have the courage to come out to protest if it continues this way, and that is the fear we are having. That when people like Sowore and others like him are beginning to face arrest and injustice like this, whenever they come to protest, it creates discourage and fear into people, and by that it may make them not to be coming out to protest in future.
All right, I'm now informed that we've gained connection with Barrister Okpara. Barrister Okpara, can you hear us? Oh, good to have you back. But tell us, what does the continued detention of both Nnamdi Kanu and now Omoyele Sowore suggest about Nigeria's democratic space and the rule of law heading into 2027?
Yes, just like my friend in the studio said, listen, let me tell you, this is not about Sowore. It's about our Nigeria. It's about our rule of law. It's about this country. Yes, okay, you have arrested Sowore now and dumped Sowore at Kuje prison. What next? What are you telling people? You are moving around asking people to come and invest in your own country. You are calling people to come and do business in your own country. You said that you go and work, you don't want foreign investors. If you travel outside, you know that those people have more information of what is happening in Nigeria more than you. Do you know that it's the federal government that did this protest? The people that did this protest is federal government. In fact, it was even federal government that popularized this protest. If you should tell ourselves the truth, it's the federal government that made people to run inside their house and refuse to come out. Because you go and say, if you come out, we will kill you, blah, 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 barricade everywhere. United States government now urge its citizens not to come out. Other embassies now urge their citizens not to come out as a result of their foolish decision. Now, you are now talking about democracy. Any democracy without agitation, any democracy without protest, any democracy without criticism, that democracy. Now, Mr. President, I ask you, how will you know that you are doing well when people are not complaining, when people are not criticizing your policy, when people are not protesting? How would you know that you are where you are not doing well? Is it Bayo Onanoga, a jobless, all those jobless people around Villa there who want to tell you what you will hear? The people that will help you is activists, opposition, someone like Sowore. When Sowore talk, you listen so that you get it right. These are the people that are threatening your government. So if there is any people that you deserve to give award, it's all these people. Like now, people who are telling you about Nnamdi Kanu, they have not told you anything, they have not told you anything about the case because you are not coming to court. You only rely on what Attorney General tells you and what the legal advisors, the information they supply to you. You are not coming to court. It is the people, the opposition will tell you that, look at the prosecution, they are using this Nnamdi Kanu's matter to be as a epitome of fraud. It's the opposition that will tell you that Nnamdi Kanu, they are using feeding of Nnamdi Kanu to be looting money. They are using anytime Nnamdi Kanu is coming to court, they carry what do you call it, amount car, carry this, and at the end of the day, they will give you bail. It's opposition that will let you know all these things. And when you read them, you take the one that will benefit their government, and the one that you know that will not benefit their government, you leave them. Especially if all those ones that you know that they are not constructive, they are attacking you, you leave them. You can even take something from there and work towards that. So when you say that people are not protesting, you have murdered the democracy, you have destroyed this country, and that is why everybody should condemn it. You may hate Sowore, you may hate his destiny, but when government is not doing well, you condemn it. And thank God that people are condemning it. And then I must say, judiciary are not helping matters. I have said it and I continue to say it for who cares to hear. Judiciary are not helping matters, please.
All right, well, that actually brings to question the independence of the judiciary. But let's have final thoughts from you, Barrister Tochukwu. What steps should the government take to address public grievances, without escalating tensions or criminalizing dissent?
I think the first step is by respecting the rule of law, by respecting the sanctity of the provisions of the Constitution, Section 39 and 40, which is very extant and clear about the right to demonstration and the right to assemble. When the government guarantees the citizen these two things, there will be hope for this country. There will be hope for democracy. And there will be hope for ordinary Nigerians out there.
So I'm going to ask the same question, of course, to Barrister Okpara, if he's still there. Of course, so what do you think is the way forward in terms of addressing, issues like this when it comes to protest? How can we do it in such a way that's still within democracy?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can
hear you.
Okay. My dear brother, see, when this protest started, my NGO, we notified the police that we want to participate in the protest. Now, when we notified the police invited us. We explained to them. The essence of protest is to voice out what is in our mind, and it's going to be peaceful. What I expected to do, sometime last 2 weeks, some persons protested in support of the government, that President Tinubu is the best government president in the whole world, that to protest in support of his government. They started from Fountain Square down to Villa. Police protected them. Road safety protected them. Marshal them to all the places they carry placards. Are you getting what I'm saying? Now, reaching the people who want to also criticize their own government, you are expected to, in fact, those people are the people that you're even supposed to allow them to come. What do they have? Do they have any protest letter? Collect the protest letter. Let them go to National Assembly. National Assembly should be able to, because as a state president, you will not be everywhere. As a president, you will not be everywhere. When those things say, okay, is that what happened? You use it. You work on it. My dear brother, you discover what happened about one pastor that killed his colleague in Akwa Ibom, I think in Akwa Ibom or somewhere, and they collected his car, and the mother, they went to the judiciary, the pastor was released, and he continued to do the same. The family were handicapped. It was social media when the brother now came and make a video, this thing, explain what happened, the thing escalated. That was when the governor of that state knew that this thing was happening in the state, and the other attorney general that they should prosecute the matter. Had it been that we don't have social media, had it been that the boy did not protest, because what the boy did is protest, the governor wouldn't have known. I can go on and on. Anytime you want that protest, like those of them, even including lawyers, because you are doing one contract or the other, because they have given you one appointment, you are now talking from their nose. You see something that is wrong, instead of you to say something is wrong.
Okay. All right, well, we seem to be having a connection problem with Dr. Okpara as well, but, we hear you loud and clear, and thank you so much, gentlemen, for your time and for your insights on the show this morning.